Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 13, or Final Fantasy 12-2, excuse me. There is a 13-2. I was going to LP it, and then fucking Final Fantasy 13 decided that every single aspect of the final hour's worth of the game was going to get me copyright and warnings about my channel being taken down, and I decided, well, fine, fuck you. I won't show the world of people who didn't buy the game for themselves what happens to Lightning's little sister. Be that way. I might have to do it eventually. I don't know. For now, I don't think they're going to have much to say. How do the fiends get in the temples? Yeah. Friendly neighboring gullwings. It's friendly neighboring gullwings. Get it right, bitch. Friendly neighborhood buddy. I don't know why buddy's English or Spira-ese or whatever the fuck you call the non-Albed language in this world is so much better than brothers. The fiends that attacked all the other temples seem to be leaving this place alone. The monkeys, on the other hand, are out of control. Somebody get Dave Coulier. These monkeys are out of control. If you know what I'm talking about, then good for you. Dave Coulier, out of control on Nickelodeon. I'm checking the comps here now. And then we're going to listen to Celery Head. Without the crowds, it's almost as if the ruins belong entirely to us. Now these ruins belong to Galactor. Maybe we like it here. Maybe we'll build a house. This place is filled with, like, eldritch power. Oh, well. Baby Titus and I will build a house here. And it'll constantly remind him of, all the people he lost. It'll be great. The dome may be having major monkey trouble, but at least the view from here is still breathtaking. God, the dome must smell foul now. Completely full of monkey shit. This is spectacular. I could stand here forever. And you will. And then she casts Petrify on him. Which is not really a spell in this game. I believe I have the ability to petrify enemies with certain attacks, but not by just casting a spell. You guys are like this kind of slowed down version of Riku with the ridiculous dancing. Fiends pile are fabulous domes. What a fabulous idea. And these things that you can buy from her are not exactly fabulous. I don't actually have diamond gloves. But I can't imagine I would ever equip something that just raises defense by 40. Shadow says he might have to close the dome for a while. Is there any chance that Shadow will blow the dome? Man, I gotta dig that back out. I haven't watched. I've never watched it on its own. I'm ashamed to say, but I haven't watched the Battlefield Earth with rip tracks in a long time. Shadow, blow the dome. So, I guess Sid is gone, and Asaru is trying to like keep this thing going on his own, because clearly Asaru is just, you know, he'd built his kind of whole self-esteem around, and his whole life purpose was to travel to Xanarkand and be the great High Summoner, and that didn't work out, so now he's just, I don't know, he's kind of fixated on it. He doesn't seem to resent Yuna, which is nice. I hate to say this about my gender, but there is, I mean, potentially, it would be entirely plausible for you to have a villainous character whose whole thing is that he built up in his mind that he was going to be this great hero, and then some girl shows up and actually defeats him, and like getting really resentful. I can totally buy that. Some guy's just like losing his shit because he's humiliated that a woman accomplished what he couldn't. But no, Asaru seems like he's a pretty chill guy, and he's not mad that Yuna did what he couldn't do or anything like that. He's just kind of likes to hang around and think about what could have been. Fiends down ×3. Oh, there's treasure all over the damn place here. Well, there's Asaru. I imagine if we talk with him, we'll get a little dialogue, and that's probably going to be it as far as things to do around here. Apparently we actually have to talk to him, which means we probably won't even get voice acted. Nope, we will.
I've heard that fiends have been appearing at the temples.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Do you know anything?
Well,
they're coming from the chambers of the faith.
you could help out. I mean, be summoner
me
again.
to hear that.
And Xanarkand?
There are fiends as always. No more, no fewer. But the ruin tours are another matter.
They are full of fiends.
The only things thriving here are the monkeys.
Thanks a lot.
To make matters worse, Sid ran off a while ago and hasn't come back.
Oh dear.
I guess that makes me Xanarkand's lone defender.
Well, Riku's all sad, but that was totally her plan.
Defending. Until next time.
What are you defending it from? The monkeys? I mean, Peter Tork, I know he intends to destroy Xanarkand, but still. So I guess we'll head over in this general direction to see... Is he out here? Nope. Alright, probably it's faster to go this way rather than the other way to get out now, but... So Riku did this, like, the sad pose, where her arms hang limp and she kind of shakes side to side. I believe that's supposed to be her sad pose. But in fact, this whole thing with the monkeys was kind of her plan. I guess she's sad that Isaru is, you know, essentially a likable enough character, is taking it so hard. Or that he isn't picking up and moving on. I mean... So you had three brothers, right? You had Isaru, Maroda, and whatever the Pase, yeah, the little one. So Pase's got two characters who you really feel for because, I mean, they're just two characters who were tacked onto the game to hang out with Pase and really don't even have any story at all. And then you got Maroda, who's joined the Youth League, so in theory he's trying to do something to help build up Yevon, or Spira rather, not Yevon, certainly. And I guess it's supposed to be sad that Saru has not gotten on with his life. But I don't know, what do they want him to do? His whole character was kind of built around the world that existed before. I'm thinking once you've committed yourself to being a summoner and dying to defeat Sin, you probably didn't have a lot of other long-term plans. Anyway, let's get on board the airship. We'll see if that triggered new dialogue out of Riku in pain. Nope. They're like, wow, his life's really falling apart. What the fuck ever? Who cares? So we will head on to Baikonur because I'm pretty sure that's the only place we haven't been. If it turns out I'm wrong about that, I could be in kind of a bad way because we really need to visit everywhere to make sure the comm spheres get installed. So I know I went to Xanarkand Ruins. I know we went to Gagazet because we did the whole quest with picking up the trainer dress sphere and defeating what's-his-face. I'm pretty sure we did the Calmlands. I gotta think about maybe off-screen doing some... I gotta capture some chocobos and do some stuff. I think I can safely put that off until Act 5. There are certain things that, if we don't start training chocobos, there's like an optional dungeon that you can only get... You have to discover it via chocobos. Once you have chocobos in your like little chocobo corral there, you can send them off to hunt for treasure or some bullshit, isn't it? And that's how you find like an optional dungeon that if we don't find it, we don't basically get 100% completion, I guess. But I think we can put that off. We definitely went to Bavel. I think we need to go to either Besaid or Kilika and then go back to Bavel, and maybe that'll trigger the thing that I thought was going to happen the last time we went. Baikonur we haven't been to, and that's where we're going next. We've definitely been to Macalania Woods. We're definitely at Thunder Plains, definitely Guadasalam. I think we went to the Moonflow, Jose, Mushroom Rock Road. We tried to go in and we couldn't. That's right. We did Mihan High Road. We did Luca. So yeah, we should be good. If we do Baikonur Desert and then the two hotspots, we should be good as far as getting all of the comm spheres placed, which is important for Chapter 4, the non-chapter chapter. Yeah, this music here is pretty sweet.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I need your help with something.
Too bad, you
Fiends?
treated me like shit last
Not
time.
fiends. Cacti.
Not cacti, fiends.
Marnala of the Cactuar Nation has asked to see us.
The little people
We've
nation?
been too busy here to spare anybody. If it's not a problem, I'd like you to represent us.
What's the Cactuar Nation?
I can represent.
Don't worry if you haven't heard of it before. We've only recently established diplomatic ties.
It's normal not to have
Benzo!
heard of countries.
This is our interpreter, Benzo.
He's kind of a knockoff of, your, Shinra.
Very nice to meet you.
Hi.
Oh, your boy.
All right, you can take it from here.
He's like, hi, what does that mean? I don't understand that much of your language. Try to keep it simple.
When will you ever learn to say no?
No means no pain, and I never say no. Oh, wow. I didn't mean to make you sound that slutty. I'm the only one who can understand Marla. I understand her deepest emotions. Marla. So, this guy, as we will find out, is not an interpreter because he speaks Albed and Yevanese. He's an interpreter because he can talk to Cactuars. And we are heading for the Cactuar Nation of Domination. Or as it should be known, Cactuar Nation of Domination. You've been a big help, thanks. I wouldn't feel right sending Benzo out there on his own. You guys can die, but Benzo must be protected. Okay, so there's all sorts of different places we can go explore. This key, this is still locked. Gotta find that key. I don't remember how you go about finding it, but you find it eventually. Dig up a lot of unusual coins. I'm performing some extra maintenance to try to keep the more accidents from happening. I had an accident the other day, lost a whole bunch of Albed primers. Well, I found them, that's why I'm able to understand what you're saying. Heard Rin thought up some game you play with coins. What a racket. Meeting Marla for the first time, be a bit of a jarring experience. Is she gonna be like the mayor of Nordopolica or whatever? Turns out she's a monster and I'm supposed to be all impressed. Off to the Cactuar Nation this time, eh? Looks like she's taking a shine to you. But who's she? Who's she? No more pronouns, Taz. So, are these like big, unintelligent Cactuars? Is this like having giant... Well, I shouldn't use the R word. Giant, mentally handicapped guys standing around perfectly still in your village of people?
It's Cactus Central out here.
Uh-huh.
So where's this Marnala anyway?
Right here.
Here where?
Oh, Riku, are you really
Sure
that
this is the
stupid?
place?
Haven't you played a Final Fantasy game before, Riku? And then she turns into a fiend. Just keep that slutty girl away from me. It didn't talk. It squeaked.
What's going on?
Holmes?
This is Marnala.
She moves a lot for a cactus. I'll translate because the budget for voice acting's run out. Marla's greeting us. Hello, Benzo. She says hello to you too, Sphere Hunters. She says, you got some stones to come to Cactuar territory, we're gonna bury you. I am Marla of the Cactuar Nation. It should be just Cactuar Nation of Domination. It does not surprise me that you are startled. By the way, she's smiling. She's smiling at your ignorance. We, the cacti of this nation, were once Cactuars. As the cacti that sprout in the desert grow, they become Cactuars. Wait, what? I thought you just said you used to be Cactuars. Now you're saying cacti turn into Cactuars. Is it cyclical? When the Cactuars mature, they once again become cacti. Okay, I guess if I just waited like 4 seconds, I would have had my answer. Their roots digging deep into the earth. We're gonna build a wall between our nation and the Cactuar Nation, and the best thing is, we're gonna get the Cactuars to pay for it. Thus have we watched over the sands of Baikonur Desert since the dawn of time. We've done a pretty shitty job of it. Thus have we watched over the sands of Baikonur Desert since the dawn of time. We've done a pretty shitty job of it. full of like guado monster attacks and... So tell me, what do you believe what I've told you? It's a little far-fetched. That makes perfect sense. I'm gonna check a fact. I'm just curious. I can't imagine this makes a difference, but... Let's see. Megalania, Biconel, okay. Make sure you pick that makes perfect sense. Apparently, this whole thing's gonna go to hell if we say it's a little far-fetched. If we claim not to believe the Cactuar, the cactus that's like shaking around, and the guy who claims to be translating for it, we get in trouble. She says thank you. I guess on our second playthrough we'll say that we don't believe this thing. But for now, it's desperately important that we said that, so let's move on. And there's some kind of crazy cave blocked by glowing cactus magic. So obviously we want to look at that. Didn't realize that was going to take us quite this far away. And we can't even go in. We can't even interact with it. Great. Alright, well that was probably not what we were supposed to do then. Payne, you got anything to say about this? I guess anything goes. Yep, she guesses anything goes. I'm drawing a blank. I was trying to like burst into song, but I can't remember enough lyrics. In olden days, a glimpse of stalking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. A talking cactus, yep, now I've seen everything. I lived in the desert a long time, but I never saw anything like this before. We actually saw them every day, you just didn't know. Here all this time, watching over the desert. You must know an awful lot about the Albed, huh? Yeah, that's why they never speak to you. They know a lot about the Albed, and that's why they've tried to avoid making any kind of contact. We've only just begun to survey this area. Oh, we can survive in the desert just by working together with the cacti, by killing them and draining them of their moisture. Thank you for believing what Marnell said. A lot of people think that I just make all this up. Those people do not get 100% completion in one game. I think Marnell is about to tell us why she called us here. Maybe I should actually translate it instead of speculating. A strange wind has been blowing through the desert. A dark wind blows. One of you will shortly die. You too may have felt the sands trembling beneath your feet. I felt the earth move under my feet. A fearsome fiend that rests deep beneath the desert has begun to stir. The earth has begun to stir. Oh, and that's the thing. I kind of didn't mention this. Because I did all my digging off screen, you guys never saw it, but there's a big, freaky monster that will occasionally attack you during the mini-game, the digging game. There's like this kind of huge boss-like monster that will attack you, and after a couple of turns, it just uses an attack that, like kind of knocks you out off screen. It doesn't kill you or KO you, it just does an attack that ends combat by, you know, quote, blowing your party members away. Kind of like Chupon sneeze attack. In the depths it gathers its strength and will not be long before it makes a move. And when the time comes, it will bring its wrath to bear upon the Cactuar Nation first. Because it doesn't like cactus. Who does? I guess Snoopy's brother or cousin Spike. The reason it lusts for vengeance against us, it is we who locked it away beneath the dunes so very long ago. Back when cactus did stuff and didn't just root to one spot and not need much moisture. To be more precise, it was not us, but our ancestors who ruled this land in ages past. Its need for retribution will surely lead it here. We must summon the Great Haboob and prepare for the coming menace. Okay, the Great Haboob. Gotcha. Only the Cactuars known as the 10 gatekeepers can weave this magical barrier. Wait, I thought you said you gotta summon the Great Haboob. What's this about a magical barrier? They are not, but they are out training in every corner of Spira. I need your help to seek them out and bring them back. The Cactuar mothers know where they have gone. I should be giving him like a zany voice to make this more interesting, but we heard him talk voice act, and he just sounds like a regular guy.
Well, there's no time in finding the 10 gatekeepers and turning them to us. That's all she has to say.
And now it's mission time. Huzzah. The 10 gatekeepers have ventured into the world proper to train. Round them up and bring them home to Catcuar Nation. Think you can unravel the Cactuar Mother's clues and sniff them out? Or are you just going to rely on a fact? Objective, find the 10 gatekeepers. I'll translate. Marla says Cactuar mothers are usually sound asleep. Cactuar mothers that are awake send out waves of light. Talk to the Cactuar mothers that are awake. Are you Whoa, you are lit green on the map. Surely you're awake. I'll translate.
I am Labivia's mother. Labivia was supposed to head north from the oasis with his friends, but I haven't heard a thing from him since. Oh, I suppose Labivia's always had a bit of wanderlust. He's probably off wasting time in some good-for-nothing place this very moment. Call it motherly
That's the
instinct.
gist of it.
That's the gist of it. So I guess, yeah, each individual Cactuar mother might have a zany voice, and this guy's such a good translator, he actually does the voices too. That's what's going on. I'll translate. This is the lair of the rogue Cactuars. Becoming a fine cactus protecting the desert, those who forsake this duty flee there. Naturally, the entrance is sealed. Be careful not to get too
That's
close.
the gist of it.
Bess, I thought you two would never leave. Yeah, whatever. Does Pickett like checking out the little translator kid's butt? Same way it likes checking out Yuna's, I wonder. We've entered an age when even Cactuars can travel through Spira. Not if I have anything to say about it. Cactuars and my fellows should be forced to carry travel papers. Alright, so what was our clue? He likes to go to some place, basically, he said that this kid's off somewhere partying. Cactuars, huh? I wonder where they could be. Talking cacti? Spira's a lot bigger than I thought. What's the size of Spira have to do with whether or not it contains talking cacti? I suppose everything. Alright, so yeah. Oh. I guess we weren't supposed to leave Baikonur Desert. So maybe I just wasn't, maybe I really didn't do a very good job of paying attention to that clue. So I thought it was saying it was going to go off and party someplace. Okay, we got more places we can dig in. Let's go back to the Catcuar Nation, because yeah, I am now seeing where we're supposed to go, but I'm like, I didn't get that from the clue at all, so I feel like I wasn't paying the proper attention, so let's try again.
Well, Vivia's mother, we were supposed to head north from the oasis with his friends.
Okay, so they could kind of tell us where to start.
But I haven't heard a thing from him since, so I suppose he's always had a bit of wanderlust. He's probably off wasting time.
That's the gist of it.
So they said wasting time, and I was like, he's off partying, but no, they actually told us he's supposed to have gone north from the oasis. So where do we start looking for him? Where they make sense? From the oasis. Meanwhile, this Cactuar mother's asleep. So you can individually talk to each of these Cactuar mothers. And eventually they all wake up, because as we find each Cactuar, the mother of the next one we're supposed to find as part of the quest wakes up. Go figure. Anyway, okay, so I want to save our game. Next we go to the Oasis. Then we'll experience the Cactuar minigame. Because this is a quest. There's also a Cactuar minigame tied in, which we get to play with. That'll be fucking awesome, I'm sure. And like all great minigames in this game, it kind of doesn't matter if you win or not. So, that really just makes you invested in doing well at this game. So we want to go to the Oasis, which was a plot location previously. And damn, there's a Hypello shopkeep that you're supposed to talk to, who sometimes shows up and sometimes doesn't. Really kind of hoping he'd show up, especially because we don't seem to be allowed to leave. Oh, there it is.
Shupa?
What the hell?
What's doing in the middle of the desert?
Probably being really thirsty. It's sweltering out here, yes? Yeah, it probably really sucks for Hypello. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're pretty clearly supposed to be like amphibians. Interested in buying something from the caravan? Yeah, whatever. Thank you. So he's selling some pretty cool stuff, I guess. Potpourri, gree bag. Suppose anything that I don't have 3 of, I could just grab 3 of. I don't know how often I'd need to... Berserk, that was probably a waste actually, because I think I've got at least one that protects against confusion and Berserk in one go. Now this is something I could have really used earlier. Went to a lot of trouble to try to get... See, there's no slow spell in this game, because this will add Berserk to attack and skills, and you can cast Berserk. There is no slow spell in this game. I don't think, anyway. It's kind of odd. Apparently there's no stop spell either. So that was a lot of money I just dropped. But now, in theory, I could make everybody all have that special thing. That made sense. It did, I swear. Super skinny dipping. Maybe next time. See you next time. So that was kind of neat. And now we have you, little friend. You found Lobivia, whatever, Lobivia. Everything's coming up, Cactuars and Frifia. Be the first to witness the power of the gatekeeper. Be the first to witness the power the gatekeeper acquired during his travels. He's teamed up with his newfound friends, and they're coming right for you. They're coming for you, you know. Conserve your ammo, time your shots carefully, and show that prickly punk how it's done. Fire with X, dodge with R1. Press X to shoot at the Cactuar, reduces HP to 0, and victory is yours. If the Cactuar's counterattack connects, you'll lose bullets equal to his strength. The game will end if you run out of ammo, so use R1 and dodge those attacks. So Lobivia and the Wandering Caravan. He's got 10 hit points, strength of 3, agility of 2. Free spirit, lover of detours, and average in every possible way. And I need to time my shots and hit him 10 times. If the Cactuar's counterattack connects, you lose ammo. Cactuars with high agility can dodge your shots more easily. Okay. So I'm basically waiting for the Cactuars to come up, and if I shoot him, I have to dodge just in case. See, he hit me there, and it was bad. Oh no, I just shot a Hypello. Yuna feels horrible about this. So you don't really get much for winning. But you get to do a little pose, and she gets to look all cool, and you have 10 Cactuar Guardians to find, and you have a minigame like this each time, and it gets tougher with more difficult Cactuars. What do I win? I got a 6,200. I had a dodge penalty. Oh, I lost a bunch of points because I kept dodging even if kept dodging every time I shot just to be on the safe side. But So almost all of my points I lost were for dodging when I didn't need to dodge. And Levivia is finally cooperating, taken back to his mother in the Cactuar Nation. His mother's really worried. I don't think I got anything for winning the minigame. Unless I'm mistaken, I got nothing for winning that minigame. Now, okay, if you come up and talk to him. Is sheltering out here, yes. Now I have the option to return to camp. See you next time. There you go. So apparently this Hypella is running a trading caravan to the Al Bhed in the desert, which is kind of neat. Doesn't really seem like it's necessary since the Al Bhed have the capacity to fly and can fly supplies in and out, but you know, whatever. I'm going to save on a different slot on the off chance that I find out I was supposed to be able to win a prize and my score wasn't high enough, but I know from checking a fact, if you win the minigame against the final, the 10th out of 10 Cactuar Guardians, you get a garment grid for it, but I believe 1 through 9 it makes no difference, because you don't get anything special for winning all 10 times. And the only way to win, like if you lose, you'd have to load from the, like, and go back and redo stuff. Yeah, it is what it is. But it's just a cute little mini game that I suppose at some point I'll lose, and when I do, you'll see Yuna's like disappointment animation. But my point is that if you lose the mini game, the Cactuar still cooperates with you. It's not like if you don't win the mini game, it won't go and do its job and defend the Catcuar Nation. So it is an entirely pointless little mini game, but you know that's kind of what Final Fantasy X-2 is all about. So we shouldn't be too shocked. So next time we're going to go find a couple more of these Cactuars. Eventually we'll hit a point where we captured like half of them, but no new mother Cactuars wake up to talk to you, so you can't advance until Act 5. And at that point, I guess we'll head for Bevelle and continue the main story. I'm Mysterious JG, thanks for watching. I meant to get to the screen where I can pause the recording, and now I'm there. So see you guys next time, bye-bye.